afternoon, lovely people, and welcome to Facebook Live for Even Star Wellbeing for this week. I'm Arwen. Welcome and thank you for joining me either live or watching the video later. So today's topic is 5 ways to boost your self-confidence, and this is something that I really do find myself keep coming back to, both personally and also for many of my clients. And I really believe that what I'm actually going to talk about today is something that around 80% of the population are dealing with. And therefore, you know, it is a really big wellbeing concern out there. And I think, ironically, because I am presenting this on Facebook, I really think that this issue is not helped at all by social media, because we've constantly got these ideals under our noses presented to us as, well, what is perceived to be ideal in the lives of other people. And therefore, the comparison epidemic is so stimulated by social media and really does end up with many people feeling like they're just not good enough, like they're coming up short. So although I am presenting this information on social media, I would like you to have a think about that, and perhaps have a think about some times in your day or in your week when you can just get off social media for a while, give yourself a break, give your mind and your body a break, and not have to deal with that concept of constantly comparing yourself to other people, or else really trying to make your feed as low tox as possible in terms of the information that you're going to be exposed to all the time, and what that means for how you feel about yourself. So unfortunately, this is a problem because the human brain is designed to focus on the negative about 2.5 more times than it is to focus on the positive. This was actually a protective mechanism. So in days gone by, our ancestors needed to have that protective mechanism to really be scanning for danger all the time, to be recognizing when things might in fact be life-threatening for them. We still have that same concept going on in our brain, but of course, if you have not as many likes or not as many posts or not as many pictures of the perfect family on your social media feed, that's not going to be life-threatening to you. That's not going to result in you losing a limb, but your body and your mind react in the same way. So your monkey mind, as we like to call it, or the chatterbox, which really does live in your gut rather than in your head, gets activated in these dangerous situations or perceived dangerous situations. And that then takes over and starts up the negative self-talk to you when it's that comparison that's going on, rather than a saber-toothed tiger coming at you. So what are we actually talking about here? We are talking about, as I just alluded to, the gut, the solar plexus energy center. So this is the 3rd chakra, and the solar plexus is actually located between your belly button and your rib cage, so the upper half of your abdomen. And this is really our confidence center. It's where our confidence comes from on an energetic and metaphysical level. So from the physical and physiological perspective, what I think plays a big role in this is the vagus nerve. So this is one of the biggest, longest and most rambling nerves in the body. And this is the nerve that is responsible for activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our relaxing system, our rest and digest, as it's called. And this is something that is intimately connected with the gut, with the digestive system, and therefore with that solar plexus energy center. So all of the organs that are associated with the solar plexus, so your stomach, your small intestine, your liver, your pancreas, your gallbladder, your spleen are all associated with that solar plexus and all connected with the vagus nerve. Now, the vagus nerve is a two-way system of information that runs between all the organs it connects, and it's not just the digestive system and the brain. And science has shown in more recent times that that really is that two-way connection. So your gut does send messages to your brain. It's not just the other way around. This is why sugar is so addictive, because the microbes, the bacteria in your gut that breed and grow on sugar, send the messages to your brain via the vagus nerve for you to eat more sugar. So it's okay. Excuse me, it's not just your lack of willpower, it's actually little critters in your gut telling you to eat that sugar. So basically what this means then is also, excuse me, I'm going to have a drink of water, is also that the solar plexus is where our overthinking, our negative self-talk, our monkey mind, and to me, that whole term of monkey mind relates it back to our ancestors, to the primates from which we then developed, that this is the overthinking, danger perceiving part of our mind that actually lives in the gut rather than in your head. So this is critical then. The solar plexus, that third chakra energy center, is critical for confidence, and therefore we really need to be trying to make sure that that is balanced in order to stimulate our self-confidence. Now, at the heart as well, so the fourth chakra, the heart energy center, and the solar plexus are paired together and intricately linked. Now, all the chakras are linked together, but the heart also plays a big part in our self-confidence. We have to have self-love to be able to be confident in ourselves. So I just did want to make that point as well. As with anything to do with your well-being, my approach is always the 5-star well-being approach, where we need to look at the 5 key aspects, the 5 things that you can do, and really need to do all 5 of them. There is no point in just making sure you have the best diet in the world if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not getting any movement into your day, etc., etc. So that's why I take this approach, and that's what I'm going to suggest here. Is I'm going to make a suggestion, one suggestion for each of the 5 aspects of 5-star wellbeing that you can do to boost your confidence. Now, I have many, but I just needed to pull out the top ones in each section, because otherwise I would be here for 3 hours. So first of all, so also on that point, if you do want any other information, any more suggestions, then please feel free to contact me. And you also may want to have a look at my blog called Fire Up Your Wellbeing, which has a lot more suggestions in it as well. So first of all, let's take the aspect of food. To activate, to balance our solar plexus and to boost your self-confidence, the first thing the primary thing that I would suggest is minimizing your intake of sugar. Did just allude to that before. And also basically all processed foods, all high GI foods. So foods that really give you that quick boost of energy, but then in fact, as your blood sugar again rapidly depletes, you actually feel less energetic. When we have low energy, it's very hard to be confident. It's very hard to summon the energy for confidence if it's something that you struggle with normally. So avoiding, as I said, sugar, all the whites, the white flour, the white pasta, the white rice, the white potatoes. These are things to avoid if you're trying to avoid the high GI foods. And instead including your low GI, your slow energy release foods. So legumes, beans, peas, nuts, seeds, lots of vegetables, and some of the fruits are really good with that. So fruits such as apples, try and choose some that are in season at the moment. Grapefruit, pears, so there's a few of the berries, the cherries, which here in Australia are kind of going out of season now. Whole grains, so like quinoa, your red or your black rice, your millet, oats, any of the seeds really. With your legumes, just be aware that a lot of people feel that they can't tolerate these things, but in fact it's a lot of the time because they're not prepared correctly. So if you actually do want to eat those things, you really do need to take the time to prepare them in the traditional ways of soaking them, of cooking them for a long time, and then generally you'll find that you're absolutely fine, that they don't cause digestive issues for you. So just a little extra tip there. So movement, the next aspect, is critical. We need to move our bodies. That's what they're designed to do. And unsurprisingly, the solar plexus, as you can get from its name, loves the sun. So my suggestion here is to take your exercise outdoors. Even if the sun isn't shining, he's always in the sky. So move your body outside. If you find it difficult to actually schedule exercise time into your day, then really try and get it into your day without it being a separate thing. So involve it in your commute, walk to the shops to get the groceries rather than scheduling in an extra time for exercise. Sleep is my next aspect. Really critical. So this is critical for everything, but especially when we're talking about the solar plexus and confidence and that link with the vagus nerve. Sleep is the only time when the vagus nerve, when your rest and digest nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, is activated for any period of time. So it's really, really critical for confidence. Again, as I said before, if you're feeling tired, it's very hard to be confident when this is something that you struggle with. A couple of extra tips with this: eating close to bedtime, not conducive to good quality sleep. Also exercising, doing high intensity exercise late in the day often has a negative impact on sleep quality as well, and especially getting to sleep. That's largely because it increases your core body temperature. A great way to decrease your core body temperature, whether you exercise intensively late in the day or not, is to actually have a hot shower or a hot bath before you go to bed. So just a couple of extra tips there on sleep. Surroundings is the fourth aspect of Even Star 5-star wellbeing, and my easiest recommendation here is yellow. So yellow is the vibration of the solar plexus. Now this is not just some hippie woo-woo thing. This is physics. Everything acts on the vibration of the same level, and yellow is the color vibration of the solar plexus. So bringing yellow into your life more, wearing yellow, wearing clothing, jewelry, having ornaments, decorative items, flowers, crystals, whatever it is, and the color of yellow is going to increase the balance in that energy center and therefore your confidence. And yellow is a very vibrant, out there color, making people notice you. So it's telling the universe that you are confident as well. And last of all, the fifth aspect being, I think one of the easiest ways to access this is using affirmations. So I have 3 suggestions here to boost confidence. One is, I am powerful, confident, and worthy. The second one is, I easily digest and efficiently utilize all forms of nourishment. And the third one is, I am radiant and complete from within. Now, really key with affirmations, it's much more powerful to say them out loud. And something to remind you to do this is to actually put pen to paper, again, telling the universe, reminding your brain that you are serious about this, you are writing it down. And placing those words somewhere where you're going to see them regularly. So maybe on the fridge, maybe on the toilet door, maybe on your desk, wherever it is that you're going to see it regularly, the bathroom mirror. Some people even have it as their screensaver on their phone or on their computer so that it comes up all the time and they're reminded to say those words. If we repeat something 3 times in a day, then that's basically telling the universe that we are serious. It's weaving the magic into the quantum the quantum field out there. So say whichever one of those affirmations you like the best, say it out loud 3 times a day, and believing that you are magnificent, wonderful, you are confident. Okay, I hope that all helped. If you'd like any more information, please contact me. And until I speak to you again, be well.